Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for the... You guys know that we are now rocking and rolling with this first monthly Rocket League tournament here at VR1 Arcade. Looks like we're off to a semi-strong start here on Orange Team. Looks like everything is rocking and flying here. Ah, there we go. Great shot by Greenlight Shotter. Wonderful shots there, wonderful shots. All right, and here we go, guys, another round starting. Great 50, great 50. Oh, man. And another great shot by Green Lights. Another amazing shot by Green Lights. Looks like we're up at 6-0. 6-0, guys. All right, starting off once again here. All right, VR1 Cabinet 6 looking a little tough there, looking a little stiff with that whip. Oh, and a demo from downtown. Goes for the save. VR1 Cabinet 6 going in here, guys. Not quite strong enough to get that save off. I think we might be going for a setup here. Almost, almost. All right. Just right here. Not quite enough team unity to work together. Both orange. Both players on the orange team going for the ball at the same time, causing a little bit of confusion. Sitting at about a minute left on the match now. Oh, here we go. Green light going for the shot.
Left on the clock.
Barely misses. Oh, another setup for green light. Oh, just misses. Slight with, no. He's set up. Oh. All right, guys, we have just enough time for another shot on goal here. Looks like there's a save.
30 seconds left on the clock.
Here we go, guys, here we go. And not a bad. Looks like there was a little bit of confusion on the blue team there. Both of the VR1 cabinets weren't quite in it together. All right, we have just enough time for maybe one more goal. Let's see if orange team can get this off. Beautiful 50. All right, here we go, off the wall. 3. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Nice job. And that's a great shot for BXL. I do believe we're sitting here at about 50-50 with shots. I do believe green has 4, and I do believe BXL has 4. That is some... Oh. And I do believe that's going to be the end of the round here, guys. The ball touches ground. Wonderful game, guys. Wonderful game, everybody. Thank you guys for participating in VR1 Arcade's first monthly Rocket League tournament. And I do believe we're going to be moving on to the next game here any moment. Alrighty, guys, here we go. Looks like we're going to be moving on to the next game here in about 30 seconds. Those were some great plays by Greenlight Shotter and BXLQC. As I was saying earlier, it looks like they had about a 50-50 between shots. Greenlighter sitting with a score of 7-1, just slightly over his teammate. That was they had a great team dynamic. VR1 Cabinets tried their best. They did really, really good. I will say it seems like the guys at home, playing at home, have a slight advantage. Probably because they've played just a little bit more. Alrighty, and it looks like we are loading up into this next match here, guys. Here we go. VR1 Cabinet 7 strong with that first hit. Green light coming in to steal the ball and take it. VXL and green light going in. Oh, he almost had a shot on goal there. VR1 Cabinet 6 going strong. It was very close. VR1 6 and VR1 7 a little bit of a struggle. VXLQ. Nice shots by green light shotter. Wonderful steal from half court. Wonderful little push. Beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely art. Absolutely art. All right, we're going to get into this next one. VR1 Cabinet 7 with the tap and the push. Green light's coming in for an easy. Oh, PLX! PLX! Looks like there was an easy shot on that, on blue there, but it looks like neither one of them quite take it. Oh! Just a small miss by green light shotter there. Looks like VR1 Cabinet 7 going for that save. Is he gonna make it? Not quite. All right. Just a reminder here today, guys. Today's episode is brought to you by VR1 Arcade, Idaho's ultimate destination for fun. Located right here in Meridian, VR1 Arcade is a massive 10,000 square foot playground packed with cutting-edge virtual reality experiences, classic arcade games, and exciting attractions for all ages. Whether you're planning a birthday party, a date night, or just looking to level up your weekend, VR1 Arcade has something for everybody. Stop by and see what's the most talked about. Arcade in Treasure Valley. Alright, back to it, guys. We are here again. Another shot by BXLQC. In it again. These guys are going absolutely uncontested here tonight so far. VR1 Cabinet 6 and VR1 Cabinet 7 are doing their best. Beautiful shot. Maybe we can get a quick little tap in. Not quite, as green light saves it. Green light shot are going for an instant. Oh! Instant goal, but couldn't quite make it. VXL a little short on that jump. Green light's going in for the save, and he actually gets it in. Wonderful jobs. BXLQC going for an instant. Looks like it was good from all the way downtown. What a beautiful goal. Just a quick little tap from the middle and onward. And here we are, guys. Still at almost about 3 minutes here. It looks like we're 0-6. VR1 Cabinets are trying their best here. I think BXLQC and Green Lights are just a little over our competitors here. Ooh, VR1 Cabinet 6 with great control over the ball right now. Almost was able to play a little bit of just keep away from these guys. Could have kept it up for just a little longer, they may have actually been able to cinch this point. Let's see if these guys can punch up. looks like a whiff from green lights, which is not something that we're used to seeing through these matches so far. VR1 Cabinet 6 sees an opportunity. Is he going to take it? Is he going to be able to get to it in time? Looks like not quite. VR1 Cabinet 7 sitting in the back line waiting for that save. VXL going in for the goal but doesn't quite make it. Going for the setups now. Looks like VR1 Cabinet 6 coming in for a save. It looks like he didn't quite need to. Have a fumble here at the goal. Green lighter finally sinks it in after about a minute, about 30 seconds worth of struggle. Great goal by green lights. And we have our first goal from VR1 Cabinets. Blue team has first goal on the board. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to have an amazing comeback? Are they going to be able to clutch it back up? Let's see if blue team can finally lock in and clutch up. Looking like blue team might be able to come back from this save. They've got about 40 seconds on the board to try to tie this up. I don't think they're going to be able to tie it up exactly by 9, but I do believe get 1 or 2 more points here on the board. Save their little reputation they have left. Set up, and there was a little bit of a fake there by green lights. I think that may have been a misclick on his part. Take a quick look at the footage later. VXL with a little bit of a tap going in for the goal. It's short, setting up for a comeback. Green lights coming to put it in. Just misses it. Only about 10 seconds left. Let's see what the blue seconds. I don't think we're going to be able to go too much further. Green lights puts it in. The quick setup from VR6 and 7. It looks like we're going to be ending this one with a 10-1, ladies and gentlemen. Green lights and VXLQ both putting it in the chat. GG's. And I do believe that is going to be the end of it all there, guys. And we're going to have Team Orange moving on to the next one, moving on to the next bracket. All right, great job, Green Light Shotter BXLQ. Thank you so much for joining us, VR1 Station 6 and VR1 Station 7. All right, and I do think we are going to be moving on to the next bracket now. For those of you just joining, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to VR1 Arcade. This is our first monthly Rocket League tournament. We're going to be doing this at least once a month now until we are out of time. All right, give us just 1 second to get this next match set up for you guys. and then we will be right back to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we get this next match set up and ready for our contenders, it's going to be looking like we've got our first joiner, Family 353. And we've got our next joiner, Shukadang. All right, it looks like we're waiting on one last person before we can go ahead and get this started off. U.S. Army and J the One. J-Man the One. All right, this is looking like an exciting tournament as we've got two tournament winner title runners. Gentlemen, the first game, 1 of 3. Here we go. Let's see what this 50 looks like. And it's a toss-up. Going on the blue side, giving blue a little bit of an issue. It looks like we're going to go straight to orange side, back to blue. Almost in. Great save by J-Man the One. And we've got a demo in this one already. Getting a little aggressive there on the orange team. Oh, and J-Man the One goes for the shot, but it's blocked by Family. So far, so good. Great control by Family on the ball there. J-Man the One going for the setup. Looks like it's coming around town. U.S. Army just needs to pop it in. He was not quite in the right spot. Shukadang going in for the save, pushing it back over to blue side. There may be a little bit of a scuffle here. Oh, it looks like it's not going to go in, but it is set up. Oh, boy. Almost great save by J-Man the One and U.S. Army pushing it back over to the orange side here. U.S. Army 12 going for that set up. Looks like Shukadang's going to go ahead and take control and push it back over on the far side to the blue. We're going to get a couple of bounces here. Beautiful technique by J-Man the One. Wonderful flying technique there. And I will be honest with those of you watching, I personally know about Rocket League. I know a few moves, but if that one doesn't have a name, what would you guys name it?
A lovely header.
And going in for that control over the ball. It looks like he just barely misses it. Gives it to Family. Neither one of the orange teams position to be taking control for the second. Looks like the shot misses just shortly. It looks like we had a destruction by J-Man the One. Man, getting a little aggressive this game with these guys. J-Man the One is going to go ahead and put it into the goal for our first goal in this match. It looks like we are now 1-0 with 2 minutes on the timer. 2 minutes and 57 seconds. Wonderful shots by blue team. Alright, it looks like we're going to be starting this one off with another great 50, pushing it into orange territory. Shukadang hanging out at the goal to make sure that he can block this shot by J-Man the One. J-Man the One doesn't quite make it in. Shukadang going in for the push to blue side. Oh, a little bit of a scuffle going on in the corner over there with J-Man the One and, U.S. Army and Shukadang. J-Man the One putting it in with a twist. Very beautiful shot, J-Man the One. Beautiful. Wonderful shots here, wonderful shots. Wonderful 50 pushing it into the orange side for blue control. Looks like Family is going to go ahead and take it. Oh, he misses it. U.S. Army takes it from him. Shukadang trying to give it back to Family. Oh, neither one of them is, both of them are a little hesitant on who's taking where. J-Man the One taking control and pushing it back into orange side. he may be able to just sink it straight back in. That's going to be point number 3 for J-Man the One. He has been our Shukadang coming in, gonna go ahead and save it, take it back over to the blue side. J-Man the One going in for the tap, couldn't quite get it. Shukadang, USA Army going in. J-Man the One sinking it into the goal. And it looks like J-Man the One is in fact the one to be scoring the points today, just like you can be scoring points at VR1 Arcade here anytime, any day. And the push going into blue territory. It looks like US Army does not like that. He's going to push it back over to orange. I don't think either Shukadang or Family is going to appreciate that, so they're going to go ahead and get this set up. Family's going in for, looks like a little bit of a whiff, but that's okay. Family's coming in maybe to save this. J-Man the One is just on that ball like butter on toast. He is not letting it go. That ball is his best friend. We are down to a little bit less than a minute 30 here in this one, guys. Just a reminder, this is game 1 of 3, best of 3. J-Man the One pushing it back over to orange side, grabbing the boost, keeping all of his momentum, putting it in again. J-Man the One is ready to get this one over with. He has got it 6-0. We're down to a minute 4. Kick. We've got J-Man the One taking that instant control. Just taking that control of that ball and running with it. This ball is his best friend. He's taking it with him everywhere he goes. He's not letting it go. Looks like Family and Shukadang do actually have control of it now. And I think they're going to lose it pretty quickly. US Army taking it away. Going to pass it back over the goal, giving it to J-Man the One, letting him put it in again for a 7-0. All right, and we're going for the first touch. J-Man the One pushing it over to the orange side. Already deep in orange territory here. US Army pushing it over. J-Man the One, sees an opportunity, but lets Family push it away. Family misses it, gives it to Shukadang. Shukadang going in for the shot. J-Man the One taking it away, pushing it back over into orange territory. A little bit of a hesitation here. Oh, not a hesitation, a setup! Oh, and he whiffs the shot into the goal. It would have been beautiful, but Family coming in here. Looks like Orange has lost control of it again. J-Man the One going in for one last tap, but not quite getting it. Wonderful job, blue team. Wonderful job. We got one more to play. Let's see if orange team can lock in. Oh! It looks like we have somebody's match. There we go. Never mind. He is back with us. Shukadang back. We are ready to go. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Second game out of 3. Let's see how long this takes for us to just take over here with J-Man the One. Looks like there was a little bit of hesitation on J-Man the One's part. Oh, it looks like he's going to go ahead and just take control of that ball and just run it into the corner. Interesting play by J-Man the One, going in for the touch, putting it straight into that goal in the first 10 to 20 seconds of this match. Wonderful shot, wonderful off the top. And we're lining up for the touch again. J-Man the One continuing to push it deep, deep into orange territory here. Shukadang and family just cannot seem to keep up. Don't forget, guys, go ahead and say hello in the chat. We are watching the chats as you guys are watching with us. Here we are again, Shukadang and family going in. Oh, Shukadang going in for the destruction. Family going to go ahead and, Shukadang going to go ahead and take control of the ball, trying to push it back into blue territory. Family and Shukadang now working together, trying to get it out of their goal. J-Man the One going in for the point, but it doesn't quite make it. Looks like Shukadang and family are both going to work together here to try to keep the ball. They can't quite keep it out of the reach of J-Man the One and U.S. Army. Looks like J-Man the One is just going to go ahead and take it, run it down the field here, ladies and gentlemen. Putting it straight into the goal for one more. Down to 3 minutes and 22 seconds on the match. So far, this match is looking a little bit one-sided. I'm really hoping that Orange Team can actually really lock in here and clutch this one up for a W. I would hate for them to go home with an Ohio L. U.S. Army going in for one! Getting it right off the 50 in the beginning, tapping it in. Wonderful pass. Got the touch, pushing it back again, once again into orange territory. Army going for that flake in, but couldn't quite make it. Family pushing it out of the goal, getting it away from their home territory. Shukadang taking control and pushing that ball out of, U.S. Army taking control and getting it back into that goal area, getting ready for a setup. Looks like a little bit of hesitation from J-Man the One there. Not quite set up enough for him. And he puts it in, not quite. U.S. Army coming in for the save and putting it back into the goal. We're looking at a 4-1 at 2:47 in this game. Shots by J-Man again, once again. Great recovery, putting it in. will see what U.S. Army does here. It looks like he's kind of hanging back, ready to take control of this ball and put it in. And just barely whiffs it. J-Man getting ready to take care of it, put it in for him. Not quite. Family and Shookadang both kind of struggling here to keep control over the ball. Looks like both of them are very, very, very hesitant to take control just to see what they can do. J-Man the one bumping it in. Family taking control. Just missing the back pass. Not quite going anywhere with it. But J-Man the one comes in and puts it right in. Wonderful shot. And I believe that was not quite a musty, but almost there. That was very good by J-Man the one. Pretty cool to see that so early in this competition. Do remember, guys, this is technically an amateurs. We take everybody. Oh, J-Man the one almost instantly putting it in. 1 minute remaining. Let's just see how long Shookadang and Family can keep this together. They may be able to get another point here. Actually losing to USA Army and J-Man the one. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I think J-Man the one can just keeps full control over this ball. He's just, it's like he's got it on lock, guys. This ball is not going anywhere without J-Man the one's permission. He has got it pretty much locked into this corner. J-Man the one, oh, looks like Family and Shookadang are going to actually push it back out into blue territory. Shookadang did actually get destroyed. J-Man the one going for the last second goal. Will he get it in? Wonderful shot by J-Man the one with not enough time to start on the next shots. We will get a touch, but I don't think there's going to be too much else in this game, guys. He goes. Looks like there might just be enough time. Oh, if J-Man... Oh, couldn't... Taken away by Family. Very good shots by J-Man the one. Gonna go ahead and get ready for this next setup here. Alrighty, guys, we are now set up for our next match. Alright, and as we wait for our next contestants to get in, guys, please remember that this is going to be our first ever monthly VR1 Rocket League tournament. This is going to be a continuous, reoccurring monthly event. Do remember that we are welcome to join. You can join from home, or you can come into the store and join us here at VR1 Arcade. We've got champion shut. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on 1 second. I do have to figure something out super fast. It looks like there was a small technical difficulty. And that's going to be the... Once you get deep into orange territory here, Hudson and Sutton are taking it back into blue. Let's just see how far in we can get. That's going to be a destruction from Hudson, getting it set up. Wow, Ecuador coming off the wall there for a hard push. Sutton going in for the heavy hit, going in for a musty. Resident champion. Our resident grandmaster putting the first ball in. It's going to be the big 1-0 over everybody as per the moment, guys. I do think that the other team, blue team, is going to be a little bit of a disadvantage here. All right, Ecuador. Oh, man. Aspect hesitating there at his own goal, unsure of where to take the ball once he's got it on top of him. Doesn't quite know where to go with it, and Hudson comes in and just takes it over and puts it in. We're going to go for the first touch again. Ecuador putting it far into orange territory. Shuttner going in for the touch. I lied. Hudson going in for the touch. Both miss. Looks like Ecuador tried to go for a goal. Goes in, puts it in for the first one. Looks like this is going to be our first match where both teams are actually a little good here. All right, we go for a first touch again, putting it deep into blue territory. Chutner going in for the setup, putting it right in front of the goal, and almost bumping it straight in. Ecuador comes in for that save. Aspect now on the ball, keeping control. Ecuador losing control to Chutner. Chutner goes for that little reset, and Aspect, Ecuador bumps it out, pushing it back towards orange. Chutner puts it right in without too much of a second thought. Chutner saw an opportunity there, ladies and gentlemen, and just put it over his head. Ecuador ready to touch this ball and get it rolling. Looks like we're going to 50 into the orange territory again. Oh, and that's going to be Aztec putting it in. And we are almost tied up here, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking at a 2-3 game with 3 minutes and 38 seconds on the board. So far, this is looking like... Oh, man, that was almost an instant goal by Ecuador, putting it almost straight in. Schuttner coming in for the grab, taking control. Isn't quite able to keep it. Ecuador taking over. Hudson going for the flip. And more than okay. Ecuador going to put it in. Schuttner right in the best spot. Just take control. There he is. Aspect trying to put it in. Hudson getting the save. Ecuador ready to save, but he just couldn't quite make it. Hudson puts it in from across the map. Wonderful shot there by Hudson, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful shot. Here we go again. We're going for another touch. Aspect going in. Hudson getting the better first touch. Getting ready to put it straight in. lining it up on that goal, but doesn't quite make it. Aspect ready to touch. Shuttner taking control, pushing it further into his side. Hudson taking control. Oh, going for the tap, and he just barely misses. Aztec pushing it back towards the orange, but doesn't quite keep control. A couple of destructions there. Shuttner flips, resets, and sets it in. Wonderful goal by Shuttner there. That's going to bring us up to 5-2. 5 orange, 2 blue. We have our first touch again, pushing it into orange territory. It looks like Hudson's going to go for a flip off the wall. Shuttner comes in for the tap, pushing it further and further towards the goal. Ecuador comes in for that save and just takes it. Let's see how long he can keep control of that ball before Shuttner and Hudson take it back over to that blue side. Hudson had some great control over it, but Aztec was just there, just long enough in the right spot to take it back. This is a great game. This is shaping up to be an amazing game so far, guys. Both Ecuador, Aspect, Shuttner, and Hudson all seem to know exactly what they're doing and where to be. Looks like there was a little bit of a hesitation there by Aspect. He was a little unsure of where to be. Touch. That's going to be a shot by Ecuador. Hudson blocks, pushing it out of the goal. Aztec pushing it back in for a shot. Hudson pushing it away. Wonderful shot by Ecuador, going straight in, getting a 3-6. So far, so good. This is shaping up to be an amazing game. Minute 30 left in this game, guys. So far, this game has literally been the most nail-biting one that we've had in the bracket so far. Aspect and Ecuador trying their best to keep it out of the goal, but Hudson sitting in that corner just pushing and pushing that ball over and over towards their goal. Getting it net deep. Hudson going for the push, pushes towards the goal, doesn't quite make it. Ecuador getting a nice little tap, pushing it away. Shuttner going for the flip reset, maybe getting it in. Doesn't quite look like he has the positioning to get it. Neither Hudson nor Shuttner are quite set up enough to get it going. Shuttner does get a nice little tap, pushes it back towards the goal. Once again gets it a tap and gets it towards the goal. Barely whiffs that ball and doesn't quite make it. Both Aztec and Ecuador look like they're struggling here to keep it away from their goal on this one. Seems like Shuttner and Hudson just have it in the perfect spot where they can't keep control. Bouncing this thing back and forth like it's a ping pong ball on a ping pong table. Goes for the shot, but he doesn't quite make it. Aspect, but not quite enough boost, not quite able to put it in. 9 seconds left here. Let's see if we can get one more goal before the end. Let's see if we can keep some taps and everything going. Puts it in the air. Who's gonna touch it? It looks like Hudson's gonna keep it up in the air. Ecuador's going for the touch, maybe to ground it. Looks like he is. Shuttner's going for the touch to keep it in the air, and that's gonna be ground ball. That's gonna be .1 to Orange Team. We are gonna go ahead and straight up move on to the next round here. Let's get right into it here, ladies and gentlemen. On to the next one. Let's see if we can get this point going back on blue team. Now that everybody's back in and going, let's see if we can't shake out some of these issues and get blue team back on their feet. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful, wonderful control by Orange Team here, keeping it deep in blue territory. Hesitation there by Aspect. That might be the end of him. Hudson gets the touch, pushing it. Oh, Chutner and Hudson colliding, giving Aspect the window that he needs to put it right in. Aspect putting it straight into the goal for the first goal in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be about to witness our first comeback. Here we go for the touch. Putting it into blue territory. Chutner going for the hit, putting it straight in. Hudson there with the assist, pushing Ecuador out of the way and allowing Chutner to go ahead and just put that ball straight into the goal. Wonderful teamwork there by Orange. Wonderful. Ecuador and Aspect now both going for the ball. Aspect hanging back in that corner because he knows that's where it's going to go. Almost going straight in. Hudson there for the save. Puts it in again. That's going to be a 2-1. Breaking that tie so far this game. Was that first point just a fluke, ladies and gentlemen? We'll have to see by blue team. Let's see if they can bring this back. They've really got to keep this up and together. Otherwise, they may lose this one as well. Aspect putting it back into that corner with Ecuador. Chuncher missing that shot. Ecuador hitting the goal. Getting it almost in. Getting it all the way in and finishing it out. That's going to bring us back to that tie. Here we go. I don't know if it's just something about the corner or what, but that ball loves that back corner, that back blue corner. Aspect by himself for a second as Ecuador's teammate has been destroyed. Chutner going for the tap, pushing it back into blue. Ecuador there ready and waiting for the save, keeping it up. Getting it in, Hudson going for the save, getting it off, pushing it away, back into blue territory. Aspect with the save. Ecuador sitting in goal for the save, he knew it was coming. Chutner putting it right back where it was. Not quite able to get it going. Hudson pushing it a little over there. Couldn't quite keep control of it. Ecuador pushing it back to the orange. Chutner hesitating here a little bit in the perfect spot, putting it over the goal. Bouncing it off the wall with that nice little reset. Oh, little collision there by Aspect. Let's see if we can get this one in, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Ecuador going for the flip, the musty, I believe. Hudson takes it away from him. We've got about 3 minutes left in this match already. Hudson going for the flick. Ecuador puts it in. That's going to bring it to a 3-2 lead on blue. That's going to be looking like a little bit of a comeback here, ladies and gentlemen. We may have a great comeback coming. Let's see if they can catch this dub and get this W. Aspect going for the touch, putting it into the orange corner for the first time this game. Let's see if they can maintain that control. Chutner taking it away, pushing it back to blue. Ecuador going for the goal. Is he going to be able to put it in? Hudson takes it away, pushes it way over to far field. Not quite. Hudson did miss that. Looks like Aspect is there to take it away. Pushing it far, far, far back in the orange. Ecuador there for the save. Finishing it off. Amazing goal by Aspect. That's going to bring up the game up to a 4-2 lead. Ladies and gentlemen, I do want to remind you that the Chutner, Hudson are actually a very own team here. So it's a little bit awkward to see that he's struggling. Already another goal here by Ecuador, just sinking it in. I'm unsure if that one was an accident or not, but it was great positioning one way or the other. Going for the first touch, putting it into orange corner here. So far so good by Aspect, getting it over towards the goal. Chutner and Hudson losing control over the ball this game so far. Ecuador going for the goal, holding the air superiority. Hudson takes it away from him, putting it back onto the ground. Aspect taking a little push. Chutner goes for a reset, but he barely misses. Going for a goal there, but couldn't quite make it. I think that was Aspect. Ecuador pushing back towards the goal, ready for a save here. Wonderful push out by Aspect. Don't forget, guys, if you do like seeing this type of game, we're going to be hosting this at least once a month for every month coming up here soon. We do also have summer coming up, so we are going to be doing a lot of different tournaments. Be sure to come into VR1 Arcade. Go to VR1Arcade.com to look for and watch for upcoming events. I do believe we actually have one coming up here soon. That's a Magic the Gathering tournament. Definitely come in and check that out. So far, it looks like this one's being a little bit harder on these guys, a little bit more of a struggle. Hudson goes for the point, but just a little high, and he couldn't quite make it. He may be able to get the flip in. He was able to finally sink that point in and get back to a 5-3 instead of a 5-2. Alright, and the touch. Hudson getting first touch. 15 with Aspect. Chutner just missing that ball. Watching his reactions, and he is not happy with himself on that one. Hudson getting a little flick. Aspect in the perfect spot to take it away from him. Hudson getting the demo! Ecuador putting it in. Ecuador putting it in. I can't figure out what is happening. He's lost it. He's losing it. He's crashing out, guys. All right. Got 35 seconds here in the match left. Brian better clutch up, my friend. Hudson taking control from Chutner, pushing it towards goal. Lining up, doesn't quite make it. Looks like Hudson's gonna go for it. Not quite, can't keep control. Ecuador pushing it back over the orange side. Aspect there to catch. Chutner pushing it. Not care where that guy was. 10 seconds left here. Are they going to be able to actually keep it up in the air for another goal? I don't know what's going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Ecuador is going to keep it in the air for maybe one more. Looks like it's going to... Oh, Chutner! Oh! Couldn't quite keep it off the ground. And if that's going to bring us to a 1-1 game, ladies and gentlemen. We got one more after this. We're going to keep rolling here and keep these guys going. Looks like the rivalry is strong in this game. See, oh, looks like there may be a small technical difficulty here on the game. Hold on 1 second for us here while Hudson fixes something. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for this one. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get into spectating here. We're going to let these guys go, and we're going to let them brawl it out here. And we're off. Going for the first point. We've got Chutner pushing towards the goal. Aspect goes for the stave. And Chutner putting in that first goal and getting it in. We are putting it in for the first point. Getting ready to finish off this game. Loud crowd edge. And the touch. I'm going to go ahead and say that's going to be the Aspect. Hudson taking control again, putting it over to Chutner. doesn't quite take it. Not quite set up. Chutner setting it up for Hudson, getting it over towards the goal. Looks like Aspects can go ahead and take it away from him. Hudson setting up for Chutner. Couldn't quite get it. Gonna go for the pass there. Ecuador gonna go ahead and push it back over to Orange team. Hudson pushing it back over to Blue. Aspect pushing it back over to Orange. They are fighting tooth and nail for the control on this ball, ladies and gentlemen. Unsure of what is going to happen here. Wonderful 50 there. Another wonderful little 50. Hudson does keep control over it, however. Pushing it back into blue territory here. Ecuador going for the flip reset. Nice save by Aspect. Pushing it just out of the goal as it's about to fly in. Hudson going for the touch, couldn't quite keep it. Chutner getting demoed. Mid-air there by Ecuador. Unsure what happened there. Looking like it's going to be Blues control. Orange is hesitating just a little bit here as Chutner did just come back, but we're going to have to see. Aspect pushing it back over the goal. Hudson taking control. Let's see here. A little bit of hesitation. Everybody's unsure of what the other's going to do. This one is a struggle. Aspect trying to go for the goal. Hudson pushing it out of the way. Chutner pushing it further up. Pushing it out of goal. Almost gets it in there, Aspect. Chutner going for goal. Ecuador putting it back towards. Strong. Lucky for Chutner. Unlucky for Chutner. All right, and we are back, guys. Ecuador sinking it in for the 2. So far, so good. And the touch. Beautiful 50. That's the kind of 50 that you guys want to see in a championship game there, where everything just kind of stops for a second and everybody has to reassess themselves. Ecuador going in, ready to take this ball over, but he can't quite get it. Looks like somebody's going to come in. Chutner's going to come in. Good Lord, comes in from way downtown. Flip reset, almost gets it in. Aspect takes the control. Hudson pushing it back towards goal for Chutner. Chutner sinking it for a single. Minute 56 on the match. That's going to be Aspect with the, that's going to be Chutner with the destruction there. Aspect, sorry. Looks like Orange is leading that control. Can't quite sink it in on that one. Aspect just barely in the way. Chutner takes control and does barely sink that one in, ladies and gentlemen, by the skin of his teeth. Nice 50, pushing it over to the far wall. Hudson taking try that sentence again. Ecuador pushing it back over to orange side. Hudson ready and waiting for it to take control. Pushing it back over to the goals, bouncing it off Aspect, losing control there at the very, very last second. Just can't keep control of it. Hudson for the demo. Shuttner taking control, or pushing it away. Can't quite keep it. Hudson pushes it back towards goal. Is he going to be able to put it back in? Aspect right there for that save, man. Aspect is all over this ball. Ecuador is going to try it again, but he's just a little bit too high. That's the only issue with that one there. Shuttner is going to go for that reset, but he doesn't quite make it. That is perfectly okay. He's just got to reset one more time. Let Hudson take control and get it set up for him. Hudson's looks like on the attack here. He's going to go ahead and try to keep his ball in blue territory. So looks like we're pushing way far. Looks like they're going to just continue to stall out this match for the last 10 seconds just to see how long they can hold it. Does not matter if they actually do get a goal here or not. But the longer that they can keep it in the air, they might actually be able to take this one back, get one extra point. Let's see how long they can keep it in the air here. Looks like Orange is going to go ahead and take it. Wonderful job there by Orange team. That is going to be our very own VR1 Arcades, Brian Lowe, taking that and running with it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Everybody. That is going to be the end of that match. We are going to go ahead and get it set up with the next one here. And let's see here. All right. We are going to be setting up for this next one here. It looks like we are going to have some in-house gamers today. In-house gamers for this next one. Don't forget to check some of these guys. Twitch streams, guys. Go check him out. /AZ. Go ahead and check him. Guys, if you guys do like this commentary, you guys can also check me out at I'm Dice Ring at Twitch TV. Already ready. Sorry about that, guys. That was our officiator coming over. Lobby set up, but it was already ready. All right. The next Shookadang is back. It's looking like we do have Shookadang back for this match. We're going to have a couple of brackets here to go through for the night. Alrighty, guys. Looks like we've got Shookadang and family back in the game. Looks like we've got Halvin and God's Not Dead.
Alright, we got God's Not Dead on the ball with the low 50. Who's going for it? Him again, okay. Oh, here we go. The double tap, no, too low. Ooh, God's Not Dead with the follow-up. He said great pass to his teammates for good sportsmanship. Detecting toxicity from Shookadang. Ooh, it's a toxic lobby. Off the kickoff. God's Not Dead wins it. He dusts him, takes the shot. It's a horrible shot. Avalon up the wall. Doesn't know what he's doing. It's okay. Low 50. Who gets there? Family. Family gets there. Oh no. God's Not Dead. Foolish maneuver. Flipped the wrong way because he wasn't facing the right way. Family 353 is letting him have it in the chat. Just brutal. 1-1. Alright, here we go. Kickoff again. A very rare kickoff of not flipping done by Family 353. I hear it's the fastest way to win. I was wrong. Yeah, straight to God's Not Dead. Good pop-up. Does a few spins in the air for fun and just didn't jump high enough. God's Not Dead against Skookadang. Okay, 50 in the middle. Family 353 not moving in goal. Gets scored on. You want to be back post there. Now I can't tell if they're being toxic to each other or they're chilling. Seems like Team Blue is just mopping the floor though. Okay, let's see. Havlon takes it up the wall. Off the ceiling. Double tap. Huge. That was huge. They didn't stand a chance. They didn't stand a chance against this. Look at that. Just falls off the ceiling, keeps his flip. Executed perfectly. Family 353 is saying they're chill, so that's good. The double commit on the kickoff, rare, but powerful. Avalon 24 panicking, taking it up the wall. Off the ceiling again. There's a pass. A pass into a pass. Not a great shot, he flipped the wrong way. Skookadang taking up the wing. God's Not Dead has it on the backboard. A little bit of a strange challenge done by Skookadang. God's Not Dead off the wall. Just a little touch around by Avalon 24. Sinks it into the net. Yeah, just unfortunate there. Family 3-5 good. Avalon saying okay. Family 353 is silver. So maybe next year he'll do better. Do a kickoff goal, brutal. This is the gameplay you want to be seeing. Avalon is champ 1. This seems unfair. Champ 1 against silver. I wonder what rank God's Not Dead is. I'm gonna assume champ 1 as well. It's just a blowout. That's the Brazil. 7-1. Nothing to be done. Yeah, it's brutal. Just brutal. Eighth kickoff of the game. Ninth. Bounces pretty high. Avalon 23 goes to the control. 50s. Has control with the soft touch. Just a little jump shot. Now, if I was in Orange's position, I would forfeit this match. As Avalon 24 would also do. Family 353 doesn't seem to want to. Just for fun. He's right. What's $200? Nothing. Ooh, flip reset. Misses the flip reset off the sidewall. Bumps Family 353 after, just for fun. At a certain point, you'd think they'd stop scoring so that the time would run out quicker, but no. They want to get that number up super high. Thanks. It's a champ versus a silver, just to reiterate, whoever's in Twitch chat. That's what I would have done. God's not dead. Nice 50. That was a good hit. What will he do? Skookadang goes for boost. I know. He asked them to FF. They said no. So I guess this is what they wanted. Do you like my true white? Titanium white Zombas? I do. I think they're cool. Looks like Havilon 24 does as well. Nice. Way to go, family. There he goes. Big demo. Havilon apologizing. What can he do off the wall? Double tap 50. 50 in the corner. Family just left. Didn't want to stay nearby. Ooh. Come on. Going for an insane play. Family 353 wants to go for a clip. Let's see if he'll let them. Oh, he was bumped. Looks like Skookadang will not.
Left on the clock.
Okay, so looks like he's gonna take it off the wall. Goes, no boost, misses the flip reset. He's leaving. No one's letting Family 353 go for the clip. 39 seconds. This is anyone's game. Round pinch. The quickest pitch I've ever seen, folks. How fast was it? 52 miles an hour. Crazy. Havilon said he hit it fast. Maybe he did. Maybe he's seeing something I'm not. Huge 50 by Family 353, keeping it to a close 11-1. God's not dead. Air dribbling it, kinda. Huge hit by Family 353. This is the clip we were talking about earlier. He got bumped. It's not his fault. He got bumped. That's in 12-1. 4 seconds left. I think I'm gonna be done after this one, because I think we know who's gonna win. Did they somehow get to 13-1? Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic off to the previous game winners. Let's see, what do you guys think about this competition you got going on in the next game? How do you feel about this? 13-1 against Silvers. I hear their champ won.
Alleged champ one's coming in. Taking away game one win here. It's a good game, folks. We got a good game on our hands here. Close match. Yeah, Havilon is over there. Yeah, he's sitting over there. I know, now we can skip. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I guess. Here we go. You have to imagine this game will be more of the same. See if they try to pile it on like they did in game one, or if they let the time go out and just take the round over. It's not the time. It's just keep piling it on. It's gonna make your money, yes. It's possible. See if they can close the differential and have 13, 14 throughout the series right now, and see if they can. Orange team is looking good. Like the team hit a goal. Almost. There we go. Big shot off the corner. If he can read that bit. Good save. That goes right there. My help. And that is... Oh, he misses it. Wide open miss. Can't seem to get that ball under control. Pass there. Good day. Like coming out on the tension. What's happening? Reverse shot. Yeah, man. Pass out.
Havon with another goal here. Took them 2 minutes this time. We'll see what they can do this game. Cooper and the Kohlers. No. Okay. Technical difficulties. Hold on 1 second. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Cooper off the ceiling. Can't get control on that one. Good attempt. Close. Colors. Saying goodbye to our previous commentator, ladies and gentlemen. Great job from all of them. Shout yourself out.
Follow Mike Pence on Instagram. That's my handle. And then Mike Pence loves COD. And this game. Who's gonna win?
Or don't. Bye. Do you think his name is really Mike Pence? That's crazy. Off the ceiling, God's not dead. Gets the... Ooh. Can't quite cut it. Cooper in to finish it. 4-0 game, folks. How fun.
Alright folks, I've been handed the headset by Brian, as Family 353 says. We got a bit of a closer game on our hands right now.
It was me. Yes, it was.
It was 13-1 last game, so I'm not sure if it's a case of Blue just taking it a little easier. They know they have the win at this point.
You know, Orange is looking better this game.
Orange is definitely looking better. They're holding their own a bit more. You know, maybe they installed some game plan adjustments as the fake comes out from Halvon in the flick. And that might just be the clip that Orange was talking about last game. But you know, if we go to the score, that play, you know, just a great play from Halvon. Orange is looking a little better. They might have had some game plan install in between games. Just kind of bringing it back, hoping they can get their mental set right. And they have an open net, but he sends it high and to the right. You really want to see him make those. They did end up getting a goal last game, so we're just hoping they can pull one back, maybe match their total. And it looks like we have an open net, taking his time. Looks like he was... Oh, what a save! Looks like we had some
sportsmanship from Halvon there, trying not to run the score up too much again. As it looks like everybody's getting a little jumbled, maybe getting tired. Last game was long after all. We got a shot coming out, and it's a free goal. And the bump coming in from Halvon just really setting the runway up for God's Not Dead.
Reckon and Peyton, I'm rooting for you.
Hey man, what a bump. Really rubbing salt in the wound on this 6-0 scoreline here. We'll see if they pull another one back or if they maybe let Orange have some fun here. And almost a goal off the kickoff, but it looks like Family with the save there. Rotating all the way back for big boost and gets the demo. So it looks like Blue is really
On the clock.
playing relaxed. And another bump. I think they're rubbing it in, and the save. Couldn't even let him get one. I think they want the clean sheet. Looks like they're chasing more and more demos. But Orange gets it clear. They've broken out. Let's see if they can get it out of this corner. They have a real chance at a goal.
Back into their half.
Looks like Halvon's going for the 0-second air dribble, but it's not gonna matter.
Just barely.
And it looks like Blue takes home the series. They will be advancing in the winner's bracket.
You set up the... Great round there, folks. We'll be moving on to third round here. We will be right back, folks, as we set up the next match. awkward start there, ladies and gentlemen. One of the players was trying to buy a hoodie as the game started. But here we go, getting the game off strong to a 2-0 lead for blue. J-Man the one, bringing it through. Hop off sweats coming out from green light shotter. Big kickoff for blue. Orange is there, puts it against post. Oh, orange gets a clear out. Up on the ceiling, J-Man takes it down, can't keep control of it. Gives the clear to green light shooter, coming down the corner here. We got a center ball, J-Man the one putting it back corner, nice in the safety there. Low on boost, 6 boosts coming in on the defense. What can he do with it? Free shot coming out light against the wall. Back up mid, might be able to get a good shot. Doesn't look like it. Clear coming out by US Army. Goes right back in the corner. J-Man's there to take the pass out to the side. Blue drops the ball on backboard. Could not lose it in a worse spot. Gives the free shot to J-Man, and that's another one on the board for blue. Orange looking good here, but they're going to have to come up with something to beat these guys. Very clear rank disparity here. Blue definitely the Orange definitely the underdogs in this situation. Ball's up the wall. Full boost coming on green. Pass going up mid from blue. US Army there to take the touch into the corner. Nice and soft for orange to clear it out again. Back up the wall from blue. Nice pass out mid. Ball's up in the air. Orange with another clear. Solid defense coming out from orange here. Big miss. This could be disastrous. Overcommit with 0 boost. Good save coming out from green light. Gonna keep the ball in their end though. Another miss coming from US Army. Will they be able to capitalize? No, they will not.
Looks like we had a team bump coming out. J-Man pushing the goal line here with the flick, and it's in. We have a 4-0 lead for blue team. You know, I was thinking might be a little more competitive. We'll see if orange team can pull it back here. I know they had that first round where they went up big, and it looks like it's their turn to go down big. So we'll see if they can bring it back, or blue team's gonna keep pouring it on. Looks like orange team's got some control off the kickoff. Neglects to go for the boost. Misses the backboard clear twice. Let's have a litany of whiffs coming out as J-Man takes it up the wall. Going for the flip reset, gets one. Doesn't get the two, and back to the corner where we started. Orange team taking their time, not trying to push the pace as J-Man goes for the sidewall read. Not quite. Good downfield clear from the orange team. As we get blue team going back down the field, popping it up, trying to make it awkward for him, and they miss, and another free goal for blue team. So it seems to be the story of the game, just open nets off orange whiffs. Looks like maybe the pressure's getting to them. They are here in this upper bracket, so we get some compliments. Orange team coming out with a nice one. Oh, and now we got some trash talk coming out from the orange team here. I think they fail to realize they're down 5-0, so, you know, maybe take that into account for it. Start John at the other team. We get just a quick clear from blue team. Doesn't look like orange is there to collect it all. Not sure. But he's thinking we get a little flick, but a good 50 coming out on the goal line for orange team. And another 50 right into their net. Going up 6-0. So, more of the same. We'll see if they pour it on like blue team did last series as well. Oh, and a good save coming out from the orange team there, but just giving possession back. But a bad pop. Now they have a real chance here to maybe get one on the board. Maybe get some momentum going in the next game, and the shot comes out. What a goal! We see the what a saves coming. You know, maybe once they get that first goal, they'll feel a little more comfortable, feel a little more settled in. But maybe the trash talk did end up helping them, give them some motivation to back it up with their play here. But you got a minute 23 left. We'll see who can finish with the most momentum heading into game 2 there. So we get the ball set up from J-Man, and it looks like another free goal from him. So I'm not sure where.
Left on the clock. Left on the clock. What a play! Sensational goal! The game was wrong!
Flow state, folks. Oh. There we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I do think Orange Team has a chance here. We can call that one a warm-up. They're getting used to Blue Team's playstyle here. Definitely a difference in ranks, so we'll see what Orange can come up with to try and settle that gap down a little bit. Yo! We are just waiting for... Oh no. Big trash talk coming out from Orange Team. Saying get a life on stream. Yeah. Oh. I almost joined the wrong one.
Alright, folks, we got game 2 coming out. Blue Team with a 1-0 series lead here. If Blue Team can close it out, you know, it's a quick win for them, and they'll move into what I believe is the semifinals. But Orange Team coming out with some possession to start the game. Looks like they're just getting beat to the ball in the air by Blue again, and another free shot. So good angle found from J-Man there. You know, I'm sure they're very happy to start strong. The Orange Team's telling themselves to lock in. We'll see if it ends up mattering. I think the skill difference was pretty apparent in game 1 there. So big kickoff win coming out from Blue Team. J-Man calls US Army off. He wants to go for the what I assume will be a flip reset, or just a carry into the goal. You know, I think if Orange positioned that correctly, they probably would have been fine. But I I think it's just the difference in experience there coming out. J-Man uncontested, really, just a layup at that point. So, goal every 10 seconds. If they keep up this pace, they might score the most goals ever in a Rocket League game. I do not believe the ball has left Orange Team's half as we get an attempted backboard read from J-Man. Looks like they just pass the ball right back to him, and he's going to walk it into the net. Probably gives it up, just trying to taunt him a little bit. Just going to keep doing it, keep hitting it off the post, just killing time as we get another pass. I'm sure he'll pass back again, just showing the Orange Team that they can stop. But wait, we have a ball that's going to roll up the backboard here. Let's see if Orange can collect. Doesn't look like it. Get a quick clear back up into the air where J-Man wants it, and you have to assume that this will be a free goal for the blue team again. And a team bump into the flick. Good shot from J-Man, but should never be that open in their half. Alright, as we get our fourth kickoff in 1 minute coming out, another win for the blue team, and what I would assume is another open net. Maybe not open, but at this point it sure seems like every goal is. So we'll see if blue team keeps piling it on, or maybe Orange can pull a goal back here. But every time the ball goes in the air, it seems like J-Man's just there to collect. I think he's pretty head and shoulders above the rest of everyone in this lobby. I don't think Orange team stood very much of a chance, even with him just waiting for the shot to come out from Orange team. They have another open net. Let's see if he takes it. Goes for the fake breezy into the cut, and another.
Magnificent goal!
Orange team does get the save initially, but it seems like it's just a pass back out to the blue team yet again. So, you know, it's very telling that Greenlight is a little more concerned with the points he would have got from the save than actually saving the shot.
6 out of 3 minutes in, that's just another brutal play. Orange getting talkative in the chat here, down 7-0. Expecting great things here, but not much we can say on this one. Looking like another wash, folks. J-Man's coming right back with some trash talk. Sorry, Spam. Read his hit. I'm live, folks. This chat might be more interesting than the gameplay here. Okay, touch coming out from J-Man. High ball played by Greenlight. Takes it towards the wall. Nice 50 towards middle. Can he capitalize? J-Man taking it out to the side. Back into the middle. Oh, can this be something? Lets it play back to his teammate. Teammate doesn't read the bounce. That's back in their end, folks. U.S. Army gets the open net. No boost. I think this is in, folks. That's another one for blue. Count them up. Maybe. We'll see. Kickoff coming out. Blue takes it again into Orange's side. Ball out to the wall for Orange. Can he capitalize off of that? Going backboard for Blue. Gets the clear out to the corner. No touch coming from Orange here. Playing it slow. Looks like they're just parking the bus. Bus has been parked, folks. Nice passing play, and that's another one for Blue. 9-0, folks. Slow and methodical from Blue coming out. Rule number 4, folks. No bad words or foul language in chat, please. Sorry about that, folks. We are back in the commentator seat here. Yeah. All coming up off backboard for Orange. Oh, the big bump coming out saves the shot. Orange keeps possession in their corner, though. How will J-Man handle this attack? Looks like they're taking it around. This team bump coming in, and they can't capitalize. What's happening? Orange takes it up the wall. Ooh, doesn't get the read. Green light's there to help, but U.S. Army shutting them down, taking it right back to their corner. Blue team's looking for a 9th goal here. Can't find it. Looks like Orange is going to be able to take it up the wall. Ooh, back towards middle from Blue. Orange is there to block it. Right back to the middle. One more 50. Looks like Orange is going to be able to play this into the corner for some defense. U.S. Army taking it up the wall, trying to get a setup, but not finding much here. Awkward play in the corner. It just cannot leave this corner, folks.
60 seconds left on the clock.
1 minute remaining. Orange team playing it slow for the score difference here, but not much we can expect. 9-0 in the last minute. Up on the, ooh, off the wall. Delayed Musty with the reset comes through. Ooh, no bounce. That was a good one. Great shot coming out from J-Man. Delay Musty. Reset. Beautiful finish. Great shot. That's why we're here, folks. This is Rocket League. Kickoff coming through. Blue team takes it corner one more time. Bump coming off. Saves the shot, I think. Oh, open ball for Orange. Takes it backward. Can he get the finish? Posted in. They get one.
On the clock. What a play!
And looks like that's game, folks. 10-1 coming blue here. We have a great game. 1 minute, we're gonna set up the we have Team Chut versus We Miss Open Net coming at you in a minute.
right, here we go. Here we go. We got a great match here. Shuttner's been showing up. Avalon's doing great.
Here we go.
There we go. Hudson scores. I think this is going to be a great match, guys. Great match here to watch. Albin and Hudson have been going at it for a long time. I'm just filling in for a second. I'm the CEO, Brendan, filling in. I'm going to pass this back off to an actual announcer. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Hudson and Chutner are back and going. All right, let's see who we got lined up. We've got God's Not Dead, Halvon, Chutner, and Hudson. This is going to be a game for the ages, this one. Looks like Chutner's going to go ahead and take control on this one. Bounce it in, just barely going over the top. Couldn't quite make it through. Hudson's going to try for that return and pass it back to Chutner. Couldn't quite get it because God's Not Dead. Halvon pushing that blue side. Hudson pushing it away. Wonderful plays, no hesitations right now. Going in for the touch. Halvon pushing back towards blue. Is he going for the save? He got it. Pushing back towards orange. God's Not Dead taking control. Chutner pushing back towards goal, setting up. Couldn't keep control of it. God's Not Dead. Oh, losing control, going to Hudson. Pushing it into goal. Couldn't quite make it. And who was that? Halvon got the save. God's Not Dead. Hudson taking control, going from downtown. Chutner taking the poke. Almost getting it in, bouncing off the corner post. Hudson pushing it back into orange territory. Chutner off the wall. Back into blue territory. Hudson decides to take action here. Halvon pushing it back towards goal. Hudson keeping control. God's Not Dead for the pop-up. Chutner for the save. And Hudson for the pop. Looks like Hudson accidentally came in. Yikes. Hudson just barely comes into the wrong position and pushes it in. Wonderful first touch. No real control of ball right now. It seems like everybody's kind of just faking each other out. Chutner decides to go for it. Gonna go for a flip reset. Looks like we're going for a musty. Couldn't quite get it off. God's Not Dead. Gonna take control of it. Push it back towards blue side. Chutner for the tap. And the control. One more time. Flip reset. For the push. Didn't get it. Oh, very scary. God's Not Dead. Almost putting it into his own goal there. Chutner taking control. God's Not Dead ready to save. Looks like we got Hudson getting a demo on Halvon there. God's Not Dead for the save. Halvon barely out of position to get that hit. Chutner taking full control of that. Full advantage here. 1 minute left and we're still 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. This one is going to be a nail biter here. We're going to come down to the wire. We're probably going to end up in overtime here as God's Not Dead barely whiffs the ball. This doesn't really seem like either team can keep control. Bounce up off the pole. God's Not Dead there to save. Chutner putting it back up in the air for Hudson. Hudson putting it on the corner. 30 seconds remaining, going in for the kill. Couldn't quite get it. Hudson there for the save, pushing it deep into the corner, pushing it back towards the orange side. Albon there for the save. Oh, barely pinches it. God's not dead. Accidentally puts it into his own goal. And it looks like that is going to end the first game here in this one, ladies and gentlemen. 12 seconds on the clock. Let's see what God's Not Dead and Halvon can do in these last 12 seconds. Let's see if they can make this comeback, clutch this W. Holding here with anticipation, bated breath. Chunter off the wall, into the air. God's Not Dead, and the ball on the ground. Absolutely decimated by Chunter. Takes it and puts the one. Continuing on, it looks like we're going to move straight into the next one. Hot blood and boiling ambitions. God's Not Dead with the wasn't trying. Halvon with the okay. It's definitely looking like there's some bad blood here on this one. Whoa. That's going to be a point on God's Not Dead for unsportsmanlike conduct. And here we go. Good touches. Great control from Chutner. Already a riveting game. Here we go with that first score from Chutner and Hudson. Team Blue. Crazy pop-up from Hudson, almost gets it with a return and a save. We're going to get another point here by Chutner, not quite as Halvon does look. Nah, God's Not Dead got the save off there. I apologize. God's Not Dead going for the push into blue territory. Hudson coming with the return. Unsure of what God's Not Dead is going to be able to do from that angle. Chutner going for the tap to get it out of their reach. Chutner popping it up. God's Not Dead taking full advantage of that. Everybody seems to be a little low on boost here. Chutner now taking advantage. Hudson putting it on the wall. Getting a lineup. Not quite there. Pop-up from Chutner. The control. Insane. The pop-up! Off the wall. Set up. Oh, couldn't quite get it because God's Not Dead. He was right there waiting for it. Oh, gonna pop towards the goal. Chutner needs to get there to make sure that he gets the save. He did. It's looking like we're gonna go for a little flick. Get it there in time. Hudson's going to go for the same little move here. Couldn't quite get it off the corner. Going for another here. Chutner's going to try to put it in. Little too high. It bounces off that top edge. Hudson is going to put it in though, so that's going to be 2-0. That is going to be 2-0. We're going to be sitting here at 2:57 for this game so far. This one is absolutely shaping up to be a nail-biter here, guys. I'm unsure of who's going to win this one. I'm thinking that it is going to be our very own grand champion, but I'm unsure. Hudson off the wall there, lost his balance a little bit, it looks like. God's Not Dead coming in for the point. Overshoots it, gives it to Chutner. Looking like Hudson going in for the flick. God's Not Dead for the save. Chutner for the repass. Up into the air and nowhere to go. Hudson with the poke. Chutner with the control. Bounce. That's going to be the setup. Couldn't quite get it. Hudson's a little too close on that one. Halvon with the demo on Hudson. God's Not Dead off the top bank, setting it back up. Couldn't quite get it. Chutner with the save. Chutner taking control. God's Not Dead pushing it away. Hudson taking control. Bouncing it back towards their goal to make sure that nobody else can get it. And that's going to be another demo from Halvon. Pushing it straight towards goal. I'm really hoping. There we are. Hudson comes back just in time. God's Not Dead pushing it towards blue. I hope they get this one. Looking like Hudson's going to come in for the save. He's going to need to get a setup here. God's Not Dead. Come on. Oh, my boy. Halvon there. Not quite doing too much. Hudson pushing it into the goal. Halvon for the save. There we go. No boost, nowhere to go. Halvon falls to the ground there, losing control of the ball. Hudson here with full control. God's Not Dead, ready for the save. Pushes it out. Chutner right behind. Gives it to Halvon. Lets him push it back into blue territory here. Chutner with the bump. Misses the secondary. Goes into the air. God's Not Dead takes it. 30 seconds left in this match. Hudson's got control. Gives it to Halvon. Little bump from Chutner takes it away again. That's going to be a goal from Chutner. That's going to be the last point of the game, I do believe, ladies and gentlemen, unless Hudson or Halvon and God's Not Dead can pull off something crazy here. And we go for the touch. Into the air. Hudson with the flip. Off the top embankment. In the air, ladies and gentlemen, this is anybody's ball. Let's see what we can do. Off the ground, off the wall. And we're gonna let it touch the ground here. That's gonna be a GG's for the blue team. And a little bit of a fat L for orange. Altogether, a great game, that one. Absolutely riveting gameplay from both teams. Crazy shots from Halvon. Crazy resets from our very own Chutner. All right, and we are getting set up for this, I believe, the second to last matchup here, if not the last matchup. We're gonna have to figure it out here. And as the players are gathering here, I do want to remind you guys one more time, thank you guys for watching and joining us here at VR1 Arcade. We are sponsored by personal cryptocurrency that we here manage and take care of. Eventually in the future, currently you guys can buy our VR1 token and bring it in and pay with it at our very own kiosk. You guys can also use it online at VR1arcade.com to buy merch and other items. Go ahead and get your hands on some VR1 coin today. All right, again, one more time, apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be resetting one last time, changing a super quick modifier, and then going from there. For this one's going to be this is going to be our very own VR1 Chutner, our Brian Lowe here at VR1 Arcade. And we've got, I do believe it's going to be one other person that's already here going on strong. We're going to have to check this out. Alright, we do have our first contestant in. Chutner has gotten in first. Hudson following very, very closely behind here. As we're waiting for this kickoff, guys, don't forget to come into VR1 for your first ever VR1 experience and leave us a review so you can get a free gift card of some kind. It's been our Mr. Desk, and there's a chance to get everything from an arcade pass to a free day pass. Come on in, try us out, take a spin on the wheel. Looks like we've got a little bit of a pre-game far. Taking a quick little drink. Getting everything ready. We've got our other ones joining in right now. All right, and here we go, guys. It's going to be J-Man the One and U.S. Army going in against Chutner and Hudson. This one's going to be an absolute killer of a game. Chutner going in for that first point, couldn't quite make it, getting him blocked out by U.S. Army. J-Man the One taking control and getting demoed by Chutner. Schuttner taking control and pushing it across the field, only to be smacked away by U.S. Army. Hudson going in with the flick, blocked by J-Man back from the demo. Schuttner once again with the control, going for the flick. J-Man taking it away. Hudson for the catch. Schuttner with the control there, gives it up last second, giving Jay the man a bump. Hudson with the great control flick, pushing it in. That's going to be the first point for this matchup. We're sitting at 4 minutes. Wonderful 50, popping it straight up into the air off the wall. Hudson going for the push into blue territory. Jay the Man and U.S. Army both ready to receive. Pushing it off the wall again. Schuttner going for the point. Couldn't quite get it. Jay the Man pushes it up. U.S. Army getting demoed by Schuttner. Pushing it back out of orange territory here. Not quite. Little bit of hesitation by both sides there, but Schuttner actually pushes it away and into the goal. That's going to be score number 2 for orange. So far, Jay the Man's getting a little shown up at his own game of control on the ball. Schuttner kind of seems to be dancing around him just a little bit, I noticed there. Jay the One pushing it towards the goal. Schuttner with a pop-up. Hudson off the ceiling! And the pop-up. Blue team taking control. Schuttner saying absolutely not. Putting it towards the goal. And a third in the first 2 minutes of the game. We are down to 3 minutes and 16 seconds with 0-3 on this game. Orange leading. Oh my God! And there was a touch and no defense right off the rip. We are now at 3:13. Absolutely insane touch by Hudson there. Going for the touch again. Looks like we're going to bounce into the deep heart of blue territory. Schuttner with the control. J-Man off the wall. Couldn't quite get what he was looking for there. U.S. Army ready to save. Schuttner off the ceiling, off the wall, lining it up for Hudson, who puts it in again! Looking like after that last game, Schuttner and Hudson are actually fully warmed up now. Grand champ status. Wonderful 50 there. Jay the Man goes for a drift shot. Doesn't quite stick it. Schuttner with the control just kind of pops it over his head and puts it in. Great touch by Schuttner there. Up over the edge of the blue goal. Jay the Man takes control. Hudson misses that jump there. Oh! Hudson with the save there right off the edge of the goal. Looks like there was a little bit of a connect between Army and Hudson. Jay the Man bouncing it away. Schuttner off the wall, pushing it back towards the goal, lining it up for Hudson. Not quite positioned. Nice little bump from Hudson there on Army. Going for a little flick here. Schuttner gets it right, so Jay the Man blocks it and keeps it away. Jay the Man is absolutely refusing to let them get that into their goal one more time. Doesn't want to give it to him, not let them have that control. Hudson with the demo, and that's going to be Schuttner basically carrying that ball in like it's a little baby boy straight out of the womb. going for the touch again. We're gonna have Hudson pushing it into blue territory. Army coming in strong right next to the ball, pushing it back towards orange. Hudson through the air. Jay the Man seeing an opportunity here. He's gonna push it. Hudson comes in from off the wall, almost getting a goal there. Army was ready to save. Army missed his shot deep into orange territory here. A little bit by himself, coming in for the save. Does push it back into orange territory now. Hudson off the wall with the spin. Jay the Man ready to take it. Goes for the block again. Army ready for it too. Shuttner keeping that amazing control that he's demonstrated a couple of different times now. Jay the Man deciding that he's had enough, going for the same amount of control. Does miss his shot there. Is unable to recover from it. Looks like we're leading orange 7-0. We got 43 seconds on the match left here. This is going to be a little bit of a nail biter, guys. The amount of time left, I do not think that blue team is going to be able to bring this match back quite yet, but it's going to come up to the next couple of matches to see how it goes. Shuttner with the tap. Hudson with the poke. Doesn't quite make it. Jay the Man and Army looking to get control here. Jay the Man finally getting that control that he's been looking for. Up into the air. He's going to try to go for a little bit of a trick shot here. Unable to make it due to Hudson getting that save. Army putting it in. Shuttner kicking it out. Last seconds here, and that's going to be the first point. All right, we're going to move on to the next one here. That's going to be 0.1 out of 5. Moving on to the next matchup, we're going to be pushing quickly into orange territory here. Jay the Man taking control. Hudson taking it back away from him, pushing it back into blue territory. Jay the Man seeing that and deciding absolutely not. That is my ball. Shuttner ready for the save. Gets it off. Hudson right there ready for the hit. Jay the Man also ready to save it.
What a play!
Jay the Man hesitates, seeing Shuttner waiting for him. Shuttner with no hesitation goes for the ball, pushing it away. Army pushing it back towards goal, and Hudson with the save. Shuttner going for control. Jay the Man and Army there to both save. Hudson going way deep into his own territory to make sure that everything stays hunky-dory here. Jay the Man with the flick and in. That's going to be 1-0 for this game. Going for the touch here. Let's see who gets it first. It's going to be Hudson with the touch going into blue territory. And Shuttner pushing it towards goal. Jay the Man taking that control. Oh! Wonderful little block by Hudson and Shuttner there. Both players of the orange team working in really great unison. Jay the Man taking control, trying to get that ball out of Shuttner's hands. Didn't quite make that little flick there. He was just shy of it. Shuttner hesitating on this ball a little bit, going for a back. Ooh. Jay the Man taking control, pushing it hard towards the goal. Hudson in the air and U.S. Army following close behind. Sutner's going to go ahead and try to take that control. Hudson's going to take care of U.S. Army. Hudson there for the control, the tap. Oh no. Looking like Orange Team is losing a little bit of control here. Off the wall, into the air. Hudson for the tap. Couldn't quite make it in time to keep it up. Shuttner towards goal. Hudson ready for the save, keeping it close to the goal. These guys are trying to keep this in the pocket right there. I was going to say these guys are trying to keep this ball close to their hearts, but he decided to just take it out and put it right in the corner pocket there. Wonderful little window for Hudson to just sink it right in. Here we go for the touch. It's going to be Hudson and U.S. Army there getting a nice little side ball. Jay the man right there ready to take it. Hudson flicks it, almost gets it in off the corner. Going deep into orange territory here. Jay the man gets the block, but keeps it in orange territory. Hudson pushes it back to blue. Shuttner off the wall, setting up. Jay the man over the head of Hudson, almost pushing it all the way into goal. Hudson says no, pushes it back towards goal, but U.S. Army's ready and waiting for him. A little bit of a struggle here, a power dynamic between Shuttner and Jay the man. Hudson pulls it away from both of them. Getting it kind of set up here. Gets pushed hard by Jay the man. Jay the man close on Shuttner's heels, taking it away the moment that he hesitates. Off the corner after the shot, doesn't quite make it in. Kind of seeming to be Jay the man's luck this game. U.S. Army popping it up into the air, hopefully setting himself up here off the wall. Hudson decides to pushing it hard towards goal, right over Jay the man's head and into the goal. Jay the man losing it just a little bit in this one. As we can see, he just barely misses it on this one, just over his head. That's going to be a touch by Shuttner. That's going to be a score by Hudson. What happened there? I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like both players went for defense. Nobody was ready to touch ball. All right, let's see if Jay the man can get this domination back. Looks like Hudson's going to go for the touch here. He's just going to go right back to exactly what he was doing before, trying to put it in. Jay says absolutely not. Get your ball out of here. It's looking like Jay the man and U.S. Army actually have a little bit of control here. Shuttner almost accidentally puts it into his own goal. Off the edge there. Shuttner's going to try to keep this control, bouncing it along. Off the top once again. Seems like everybody's getting a little high. J-Man the one getting that wonderful control that he's so used to. Right where he thrives, putting it into the goal. That's going to be one for blue.
Magnificent goal!
And that's going to be the touch with 9 seconds left. And that's going to be a goal for Shuttner! Right off of touch, that's going to be a great pop-up and a great flick straight into goal. That's going to be the touch. U.S. Army putting it deep into orange territory. Shuttner keeping it in the air to keep air superiority and to keep control of that ball. It's going to be back onto the ground. It's going to be 2-0. We're looking at one more game here, ladies and gentlemen, unless Blue can actually pull this back. Kind of rooting for Blue at this point here. I'd love to see them get that $200 grand prize. Looks like U.S. Army had a little bit of an issue. We'll see if we can get him back here. Looking like some technical difficulties here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so for this one, we are going to leave it up to a little bit of a 1v1 because it looks like we did have an issue, some connection issues with our other player here. One more time on J-Man the One. J-Man the One not really able to keep the control like he's used to. Hudson with the kickoff there. Keeping it up into the air. Hudson may be able to plug this one in. I am the one pushing it out.
Magnificent goal! Sensational goal! Absolutely magnificent goal!
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it's looking like we're going to go ahead and we're going to actually change it up a little bit here because we did have that disconnection issue. We are going to go ahead and host another game, and I do believe it's going to be the best of 3. No, I lied. I apologize. I'm just getting the information as I'm talking. It's going to be best of 1, and if Chutner and Hudson win one more time, we're going to go ahead and call it even Stevens there. If we do get another comeback from J-Man the One and USA, we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep running it. So it's looking like we already have Chutner and Hudson should be back very, very shortly here. Let's see if we can go ahead and get USA back, and let's go ahead and see if we can get J-Man the 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with this one. Chutner getting back a little bit late here. We are going to go ahead and get back to spectating on this one. Jay the Man and U.S. Army with a little bit of a lead. Coming back in from outside. Jay the Man getting that control, bouncing it over the head and into the goal for the first blue. As the announcer in-game says, magnificent goal. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we might see a little bit of a comeback here. Here we go, though. Hudson getting that first kickoff, getting it deep into the blue territory. Chutner going for the setup, pushing it in, but I am the one getting it way out.
What a play!
J-Man the 1, keeping that control. Hudson going for the push, fakes it, bumps it in through the window. That's going to be a great shot from Hudson. Jay the Man just a little too high on that one. Great kickoff off to the wall. Maybe 4 minutes left in the match. U.S. Army deep in the goal, pushing it out, pushing it back towards French territory, up from the air. Chutner on the doesn't quite get it. Looks like there's a little bit of a disconnect between U.S. Army and J-Man the 1. U.S. Army with the demo on Chutner. J-Man the save, getting bumped out of the way by Army. A death on J-Man the 1. It's going to be a shot on goal by Chutner, blocked by J-Man the 1. U.S. Army and Hudson both going for the touch there. Hudson gets it, pushing it back towards goal. J-Man the 1 a little out of position here. Gets it anyways. Chutner off the corner. J-Man the 1 off the wall, pushing it towards goal for the flick. That's going to be a 1. That's going to be 2 for blue, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be a point for Hudson, for Orange Team, tying it back up at 2 minutes and 30 seconds here. Great kickoff, pushing it into blue territory. U.S. Army taking control. Shuttner popping it off, pushing it back into blue. Up into the air, straight into the goal. J-Man the one, not happy about that one. Hudson was there, ready for that demo. He was absolutely looking to pick J-Man off. One more time here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be going for this kickoff. It's going to be straight up into the air just about. Shuttner off the wall. Hudson into the goal for another one. It's going to be up 2. 4-2, leading Orange. And the kickoff. Army for the control, but Shuttner following close behind, trying to get that flick in the goal. U.S. Army dinks it off the goal post, back onto the ground, pushing it straight to his home base. Shuttner not really ready for it. Hudson pushing it towards the goal. Doesn't quite get it. J-Man the one ready for it just about at all times here right now. He's really looking for all of those moments of control that he can get. Shuttner almost over his head into the goal. Hudson for the save, pushing it back. Hudson into the goal, through the window. To the window, to the wall, as they might say. Wonderful push. It's going to be 5-2 with 1:30 still. Wonderful, wonderful touch there on the kickoff of the U.S. Army. Hudson through the air with a block from J-Man off the corner. J-Man gets it out of there quickly. Hudson goes for the touch but misses. Hudson through the air, putting it into the goal. Just misses by J-Man, getting it out of their way. Shuttner going once again out of position. Hudson goes for the save and keeps it out of the way. J-Man ready for that control moment. Doesn't quite get it the way that he wanted. Pushes it back into blue territory, and Shuttner puts it in for another one. That's going to be at 6-2 now, with 1 minute on the clock. For the kickoff, Shuttner with the one. Goes for the push, goes for the pass. Into the air, Hudson off the wall, doesn't have the boost to execute the move. J-Man the one going for the same thing. Can't keep the control that he wanted. Hudson off the wall. Shuttner going for the follow-up, doesn't quite catch it. J-Man the one looking for the control that he oh so loves here. Gets it, he's got it, he's got it. Loses it to Shuttner. J-Man the one passing to Army. Hudson passing it off the wall. Setting up. Straight to J-Man who's ready to receive. 10 seconds. Let's see who can keep it up. J-Man the one going in. Hudson putting it onto the ground. Getting one last goal at 2 seconds. That's crazy. We are now 7-2 on this, ladies and gentlemen. And that's going to be U.S. Army calling it quits and leaving. That's going to be the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. End of the match. We are going to be calling it here.
Going to need a tune-up after that.
Wonderful game by Shuttner and Hudson. We do apologize. We do apologize for the issues with the connection, but it looks like Hudson and Shuttner did just win about $200 in cryptocurrency, and it looks like J-Man the one and U.S. Army are going to be getting the second runner-up prize of, it looks like about $50 in cryptocurrency as well. All right. Don't forget, guys, that we are sponsored by our very own VR1 token. That is going to be what we are giving out for that prize tonight. Again, Shuttner and Hudson are going to get about $200 of that. The reason that I say about is because that token is on a constant trend upward right now. That means that they're probably going to get this $200. This could turn to about $500 overnight. I am looking forward to them sharing some of those analytics later on and giving us a perspective of what they're seeing through that. Go ahead and get your hands on some of our cryptocurrency now while it's still cheap and available. $100 gets you about I think it's like 10,000 coins right now, which is an amazing deal, especially if you do live close to the valley or in the valley. That way you can come in and spend it once it actually gets to a great rate of $1. Once again, thank you guys so much for joining us here at VR1 Arcade. I do think that is going to end it for the night. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night.